was 225 AD when I came into this world, amidst the bustling streets of Rome, the heart of the empire that would one day be mine to rule. My name is Gordian III, and my story begins with the lineage that shaped my destiny. Born into the illustrious Gordian family, my heritage was one of distinction and honor. My grandfather, Gordian I, and my uncle, Gordian II, had both briefly held the title of emperor before meeting tragic ends. Their legacy cast a long shadow over my upbringing, as I was groomed from a young age to one day ascend the throne. My family spared no expense in providing me with the finest education that Rome had to offer. I delved into the teachings of philosophy, history, and warfare, honing both my mind and body for the challenges that lay ahead. Yet, despite the weight of expectation upon my shoulders, my childhood was not devoid of joy. I cherished moments spent with my parents, basking in the warmth of their love and guidance. My mother, who hailed from a noble Roman lineage, instilled in me the values of duty and virtue. She regaled me with tales of our family's illustrious past, igniting within me a fierce pride in my heritage. My father, a respected senator, imparted upon me the wisdom of governance, teaching me the intricacies of politics and diplomacy. But it was not only within the walls of my family's villa that I found solace. The streets of Rome were alive with the vibrant tapestry of daily life, and I reveled in the sights and sounds of the bustling metropolis. From the grandeur of the Colosseum to the tranquility of the Forum, each corner of the city held its own allure, fueling my curiosity and igniting my ambition. As the years passed, I grew from a precocious child into a young man poised to take on the mantle of leadership. Little did I know then the tumultuous journey that awaited me, as destiny beckoned me to the throne of Rome. The year was 238 AD, and the fate of Rome hung in the balance. Following the deaths of my grandfather and uncle, the empire found itself plunged into chaos, with power struggles and political machinations threatening to tear it apart. It was in this turbulent moment that destiny called out to me, beckoning me to take my place as heir to the throne. The Roman Senate, in its wisdom or folly, had proclaimed two elderly senators, Papinius and Balbinus, as joint emperors. Yet, the people of Rome and the Praetorian Guard harbored deep mistrust toward these appointed rulers, seeing them as mere puppets of a corrupt establishment. They clamored for a leader who embodied the spirit of the empire, someone young and untainted by the intrigues of the old order. And so it was that, at the tender age of 13, I found myself thrust into the spotlight, hailed as Caesar and heir to the throne. The weight of expectation bore down upon me as I stepped into the arena of power, my youth juxtaposed against the magnitude of the responsibilities that lay ahead. But I was not alone in this journey. My loyal troops rallied around me, their unwavering support bolstering my resolve in the face of uncertainty. Together, we stood as a beacon of hope amidst the chaos, a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. Yet, even as I ascended to the highest echelons of power, I remained keenly aware of the challenges that lay ahead. The road to the throne was fraught with peril, with enemies lurking in every shadow, ready to strike at the heart of the empire. But I was determined not to falter, for I carried within me the legacy of my forebears, a legacy that demanded nothing less than greatness. And so, with head held high and the future of Rome resting upon my shoulders, I embarked upon the journey that would define my reign as emperor. Little did I know then the trials and tribulations that awaited me, as I stepped into the annals of history as Gordian III, ruler of the Roman Empire. The year was 238 AD when I ascended to the throne, thrust into the tumultuous world of imperial politics at the tender age of 13. My reign began amidst uncertainty and unrest, yet I was determined to prove myself worthy of the title bestowed upon me. In the early years of my rule, I relied heavily on the guidance of trusted advisors, chief among them my mother and later my father-in-law, Timesitheus, who served as the Praetorian prefect. Together, we navigated the treacherous waters of court intrigue and external threats, seeking to restore stability to the empire. One of the defining moments of my reign came in 242 AD when I accompanied Timesitheus on a campaign against the Persians. As we marched into the heart of enemy territory, I led my troops with courage and conviction, determined to uphold the honor of Rome on the battlefield. Despite facing formidable opposition, we achieved significant victories against the Persian forces, securing key territories and expanding the borders of the empire. It was a moment of triumph for Rome, a testament to the strength and resolve of its people under my leadership. However, the tide of fortune soon turned against us with the untimely death of Timesitheus in 243 AD. His passing dealt a severe blow to the stability of the empire, leaving a void that would prove difficult to fill. In his place rose Philip the Arabian, a man whose ambitions would ultimately sow the seeds of discord within the empire. As my reign progressed, tensions simmered beneath the surface, fueled by rivalries and power struggles within the imperial court. The spectre of betrayal loomed large, as whispers of conspiracy and treason echoed through the halls of power. Despite my best efforts to maintain order and stability, the forces arrayed against me proved formidable. In the spring of 244 AD, tragedy struck with the sudden betrayal of my own troops, culminating in my untimely demise at the hands of those sworn to protect me. My reign may have been brief, but its impact reverberated throughout the annals of history, shaping the course of events for generations to come. Though my time upon the throne was cut short, I remained steadfast in my commitment to the ideals of Rome, a legacy that would endure long after my passing. The year was 244 AD, and the empire stood at a crossroads, teetering on the brink of chaos. As the sun rose over the horizon, casting its golden light upon the ancient city of Zaitha, I, Gordian III, Emperor of Rome, faced my final hours upon this mortal coil. The betrayal of my own troops, once sworn to protect me, had plunged the empire into turmoil. In a cruel twist of fate, those whom I had trusted with my life had turned against me, their blades stained with the blood of their rightful emperor. As the sounds of battle echoed through the streets, I stood alone amidst the chaos, a solitary figure surrounded by enemies on all sides. Though my heart burned with defiance, I knew that my time had come, that destiny had decreed my fate long before this moment. With every breath, I felt the weight of history bearing down upon me, the weight of a legacy left unfulfilled. Yet, even in the face of death, I refused to yield, standing tall against the tide of treachery that threatened to engulf me. And so it was that, on that fateful day in the spring of 244 AD, I met my end upon the battlefield, a martyr to the cause of Rome. Though my life was extinguished in the blink of an eye, my spirit lived on, a beacon of hope for those who dared to dream of a brighter future. As the shadows closed in around me and the world faded into darkness, I took solace in the knowledge that my sacrifice would not be in vain. For even in death, I remained steadfast in my devotion to Rome, a legacy that would endure long after the sands of time had swallowed me whole. As the dust settled upon the battlefield and the echoes of conflict faded into the annals of history, the legacy of Gordian III, Emperor of Rome, lived on. Though my reign may have been brief and tumultuous, its impact reverberated throughout the empire, shaping the course of events for generations to come. In death, I became a symbol of resilience and sacrifice, a martyr to the cause of Rome. My untimely demise served as a stark reminder of the perils of power and the fragility of mortal existence. Yet, even in the face of adversity, my spirit endured, a testament to the indomitable will of the Roman people. Though my reign may have ended in tragedy, the ideals for which I stood remained etched in the hearts and minds of all who called themselves citizens of Rome. From the grandeur of the Colosseum to the majesty of the Forum, the legacy of Gordian III lived on in the monuments and institutions that defined the empire. But perhaps my greatest legacy lay in the lessons learned from my life and death. For in the crucible of adversity, Rome found strength, forging a path forward guided by the principles of justice, honor, and unity. Though the road ahead may be fraught with challenges, the spirit of Gordian III burned bright, a guiding light for all who dared to dream of a better tomorrow. And so, as the sands of time continued to flow inexorably onward, the memory of Gordian III, Emperor of Rome, remained etched in the annals of history, a testament to the enduring power of courage, sacrifice, and the eternal spirit of Rome. Thank you for watching. Learn more about me and the year of the 6 emperors in our full-length video. Each of the 6 also has a video on their reign and their death in their own words. Our channel, known as the Renaissance Spirit, is dedicated to the pursuits of a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. Video topics encompass areas including history, politics, religion, personal development, society, culture, social and environmental justice, and other topics of liberal arts and sciences including ancient Rome and the Roman Empire, which is a great comparison and contrast of the modern world. Topics perfect for the true modern polymath. The Renaissance ushered in a golden age and the pursuit of knowledge both lost to time and yet to be discovered. It gave birth to the Enlightenment and the Age of Reason. Embracing truth, knowledge, and an understanding and compassion for humanity opens up the world to each of us, individually, and improves all of humanity, affording us the opportunity to be better stewards of the earth and to each other. The Renaissance spirit, more than just a philosophy or style, but a style for living, learning, growing and thinking. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share. If you're looking to explore and experience what life has to offer, I'm sure you'll enjoy the other videos on my channel. Please peruse, and let me know in the comments what you get out of them and what other videos you'd like to see. But first, please take the quiz next to see if you're a Renaissance spirit. Live the Renaissance spirit.